In 1878, Margaret Wolfe Hungerford in her book, Molly Bawn, wrote, "Beauty is in the eye of the beholder." An old proverb in the 1900s from the early days of advertising stated, "One picture is worth 1,000 words." However, in the 1950s, Fernando Lamas epitomized the science of superficiality when he said, "I would rather look good than feel good." Superficiality has become the benchmark of today's society. It reflects the way we speak and dress, the automobiles we drive, the homes in which we live, and even the food and beverages we eat and drink. Pricey bottled water, anyone? Within our society, there are two competing groups, the surface impressives, superficialites, and subsurface impressives, commonly known as intellectuals. In any encounter between these two diverse elements of social strata, the superficialites will emerge victorious. Only on paper, and in prolonged conversations within dark, foreboding, and thought-provoking spaces, sanctum sanctorum, will the intellectuals succeed. But, whom of us wants to frequent such spaces? Better to present a pretty picture than a tiresome treatise. Superficiality breeds success. Pay attention to how successful people look, talk, and act. They typically are the result of heightened superficiality awareness, or HSA, and knowledge of what they are not, coupled with an acute sense of how they should appear were they not what they pretend to be. In mirroring success, are not superficialites merely shortcutting the process? True superficialites are destined to become what they appear, and rise to the pinnacles of their reflections. In playing a role, the actor becomes a character, a persona. In exercising superficiality, the practitioner becomes the product of his or her surface attributes. Most often, those who wear cowboy boots were created to do so. Those who drive BMWs or Mercedi automobiles are deeply indebted to do so. Those who wear leisure suits, white belts, and white shoes are doomed to do so. And, those who dress up to the levels to which they aspire, if thorough jobs of exhibiting elevated élan are executed, will achieve those euphoric states in the all-important eyes of others. Superficiality is a philosophy unto itself. You are nothing more or less than what you appear to be. If you were to dress as Napoleon, for example, you would be ensconced in a rubber room, at least, since the mid-1800s. However, if you were to dress as an anonymous millionaire, which today may be done for about $500, you most likely could succeed at sustaining the ruse indefinitely, or, at least until your plastic melted or was confiscated. Consider all the frauds who have been exposed over the past decade, people pretending to be gazillionaires, senior military officers, doctors, lawyers, and even movie stars. And, in all cases, they got by with their pretenses for a considerable amount of time, and successfully and convincingly fooled extremely bright and not gullible people. How? By merely rising to their inner drive and capability to carry superficiality to its highest level of application. Superficialites must be completely dedicated to maintaining the perceived perfection of the outward appearances and personas they present to the world. They must ensure there are no chinks in their make-believe armor. Otherwise, they will sink to the level of the proverbial glass eye that shines, but sees nothing.